A frightening trend. COVID cases surge in Florida just as schools reopen. In a disturbing repeat of previous years, COVID-19 cases are spiking across the United States, with Florida being no exception. The Sunshine State is witnessing a summer wave of infections, and the timing couldn't be more concerning, just as kids are heading back to school. According to the Department of Health, Orange County reported the third highest case totals in the state at the end of July, mere days before the start of the new academic year. This trend is not entirely unexpected, as Cindy Prins, an epidemiologist from the University of Central Florida, explains. We typically see two COVID bumps during the year, a winter bump, which tends to be larger, and a summer bump. So far, that's what we're seeing. However, what's different this time around is the alarmingly low rate of updated COVID vaccinations. State data reveals that a mere 3,200 kids aged 5 to 11 have received either a vaccine or a booster so far this year. To put this into perspective, that's significantly lower than the 19,600 in 2024, 37,700 in 2023, and a staggering 289,000 in 2022. As kids return to the classroom and college students head back to universities, it's challenging to predict whether the numbers will continue to rise. Prins notes that while it's difficult to forecast another spike, the chances of cases increasing with the start of school are highly probable. But here's where it gets concerning. The lower uptake of vaccines and reduced cases in the winter may have resulted in a decrease in immunity among the population. This could potentially lead to a more significant surge in cases. As Prins cautions, we are possibly dealing with a little bit less immunity among the population. So those are all things that weigh into how far or how high these cases may go. Given the uncertainty surrounding the virus, Prins advises that people might want to consider getting vaccinated or boosted, especially if they're at high risk or unsure about access to vaccination in the fall. In a move that sparked controversy, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. announced in May that vaccines would no longer be available for healthy children, citing the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines as dangerous. However, the CDC later clarified that healthy kids could still receive a shot if a doctor deemed it necessary. Despite waning interest in vaccines and the virus, COVID remains a pressing concern in public health circles. Between May and July, 476 people in Florida lost their lives to COVID, with the vast majority being 65 years old or older. Florida's case numbers tripled to 35,000 between May and July, with Orange County reporting 2,500 cases by the end of July, the third highest total in the state. Moreover, wastewater management systems detected a high level of COVID in 4 different Orange County water